Israel assembles at Mount Sinai after they come through the water of the Exodus. They've been in the wilderness for several months. When they get to Sinai, the Lord has provided water in the wilderness. The Lord has provided bread in the wilderness. He's caring for them even though they're out in the desert. And He's providing kind of an Edenic setting by providing an abundance of water in the middle of the desert. When they get to Sinai, they're going to enter into a covenant with the Lord. They're going to cut covenant with God. And chapters 19 through 24 of the book of Exodus are that covenant-making ceremony. Israel offers sacrifices. They purify themselves prior to the beginning of the covenant. Then the Lord Himself announces the 10 words. And then Moses goes up on the mountain and receives the laws of the covenant that are found in chapters 20 through 23 of Exodus, the specific laws and ordinances that the Lord gives to Israel. And finally, they complete that covenant-making ceremony when the elders and the priests and Moses go up partway up the mountain, Mount Sinai, and they eat and drink and have a covenant-concluding meal in the presence of God. They see the Lord, and they eat and drink, and He doesn't stretch out His arm against them. So that's a covenant-making sequence that we have in that in chapters 19 through 24 of the book of Exodus. The heart of the covenant is what the Lord Himself speaks at the beginning of Exodus 20. That is, the heart of the demand of the covenant is what the Lord speaks. What we know is the 10 words or the 10 commandments. Those 10 commandments are Yahweh as Father giving instructions to His Son. Yahweh speaks to Israel in a first-person singular. If you memorized the 10 commandments in the old King James Version, you got it right. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above or under the earth beneath or in the waters under the earth. Thou, 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 thou. That's the Old English singular of the second person. And that is the way that the 10 words are phrased, because the Lord is speaking to Israel as one person. And the one person that Israel is the Son who's been redeemed, the Son who was redeemed by the Lord taking the son of Pharaoh, the firstborn of Egypt. That son is now at Sinai, and that son is hearing instruction from his father about how he, as his son, should live in the presence of his father. If Israel follows the law, if they follow the 10 words, if they're conformed to the 10 words, then they will grow up to be like their father. They will be Yahweh-like in their conduct. They'll reflect the image of their father. Ultimately, of course, those 10 words addressed to the Son are addressed to Jesus, who is the true Israel, the true Son, who obeys them fully, who does everything that the 10 words demand of Him. And the 10 words become not just a set of instructions, but actually a portrait of the life and the obedience of Jesus. You want to know what Jesus is like, you can look at the 10 words. He is one who has no other God before Him. He's the one who keeps Sabbath properly. He not only takes Sabbath, but gives Sabbath. He gives relief. He's one who's not gripped by covetousness. He's one who's utterly faithful to His bride. He's the one who uses no violence. Instead, He suffers violence. All the things that Jesus does are the true fulfillment of the 10 words, because Jesus is the true Son, the true Israel. And that portrait of Jesus is already embedded there in the 10 words. It's already a preview because it's addressed to Israel, the Son.